This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a jury has been selected for a murder trial slated to start in Aroostook County next week. Bobby Nightingale of Presque Isle is accused of killing 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis. Their bodies were found in a truck on Route 227 in Castle Hill in August of 2019. Nightingale was later indicted on burglary, robbery, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person in connection with a home invasion in Presque Isle. He was also charged with criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon stemming from another incident in Castle Hill. It took 2 days for a jury to be seated. His murder trial is scheduled to begin on Monday. The Hancock County Grand Jury has indicted a Portland man for murder. 35-year-old Raymond Lester was arrested in connection with a fatal hit-and-run in Acadia National Park in June. 35-year-old Nicole Mokeme died in that incident, which happened near the Schoodic Education and Research Center in Winter Harbor. Police say Lester had been in a relationship with Mokeme. He was arrested in Mexico and then returned to Maine. 2 others were also indicted in connection with a high-speed chase that went through 2 counties and multiple towns. 32-year-old Christopher Vesey and 37-year-old Brandy Milan, both of Bucksport, were arrested after police attempted to make a routine traffic stop in Holden. And that turned into a police pursuit that finally ended in Southwest Harbor. They were indicted on several charges, including eluding an officer, driving to endanger, unlawful possession of drugs, and criminal mischief. The grand jury also indicted the driver involved in a crash in September on the Bangor Road in Ellsworth. Police say 26-year-old Rakeem Robinson of Bar Harbor crossed the center line and hit a car driven by 80-year-old Robert Gallant of Old Town. Gallant's car rolled over into a ditch, and he later died at the hospital. Police say Robinson's car spun around and hit a vehicle driven by 67-year-old Lewis Pinkham of Millbridge. Robinson was indicted for driving to endanger. Governor Mills has directed her energy office to intervene in opposition to Central Maine Power's filing for an electricity rate increase with the Maine Public Utilities Commission. CMP requested a 3-year increase that would raise electric rates on average residential ratepayers in Maine by roughly $10 per month or around $120 per year. The governor argues the rate increase is not warranted during a time of already high electricity rates. In a statement, the governor said in part, quote, "While improving our electric system is critical to ensuring a strong grid, the timing of these costs must be balanced against the high costs, including already high energy prices that are hurting Maine people and businesses right now. CMP pursuing this filing at this time is not in the best interest of Maine people, and we oppose it," end quote. Governor Mills has also announced that she will direct the governor's energy office to oppose an expected filing from Versant Power, which recently announced that it intends to request a similar rate increase. Meanwhile, roads have reopened following a culvert failure in Jackman yesterday. Route 6 and 15 were impacted. They required a 143-mile detour as of yesterday because of that culvert failure. Part of the travel lane was washed away late last night. The Maine Department of Transportation gave an update saying that these routes are now back open to all vehicle traffic. 9 rural Maine healthcare facilities were recently awarded federal grants. Our Matthew Duranczyk tells us what they plan to do with the money.
On Thursday morning, the United States Department of Agriculture announced $3.49 million in grants to help 9 rural Maine healthcare facilities that were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. USDA Director Rhiannon Hampson says she is excited to recognize the award winners.
Yes, I'm thrilled to be able to bring everyone together to announce this investment in Maine. You know, we're reaching every single rural Mainer with some of these dollars.
To the team
During
there
a virtual
as well.
event, award winners from 6 counties had the chance to express gratitude for funding and explain what they are going to do with it.
First, we are purchasing, which is also updating and expanding our patient monitoring system. The second piece of this grant will allow us to purchase 2 new ventilators. The third piece of it will allow us to update our computers that our clinical bedside staff utilize.
Money from the grants came from Emergency Rural Care Grant Program, money coming from President Biden's American Rescue Plan that was signed last spring. The funds from each recipient range from $28,000 to $1 million with various purposes, including building new facilities, getting new equipment, and improving access to food in rural areas. Hampson said that dispersing the money throughout the state helps with getting the best for Mainers.
Is that we're trying to reach as many Mainers as possible with these investments.
Among the attendees were Senator Angus King and a representative from Congresswoman Shelley Pingree, who recognized the award winners.
This is the real test of a successful program. That's one of the things that I was really happy to see as you're announcing these grants today.
Hampson said she could not be any more proud of how much work her team put in to make this happen.
The fact that they prioritized a brand new program, that they went, they learned, they understood, and then they rolled out a brand new program essentially a year after it was funded is pretty amazing. I mean, that's impressive for a federal agency, so my team could not have worked harder.
The United States Department of Agriculture has announced that $47 million of its emergency rural health care grant will be given to 37 states, as well as Guam and Puerto Rico. Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
In other news tonight, a Wabanaki organization hosted Indigenous colleagues from Greenland and Alaska today with a focus on Indigenous cultural tourism. Our Dylan Holloway was there and has more.
Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness welcomed Greenlandic and Alaskan Indigenous community members to Millinocket Thursday as part of a cultural tourism exchange. The exchange was organized by the University of Southern Maine's Department of Tourism and Hospitality in collaboration with Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness.
What we're doing is welcoming people to our places of healing and recovery. Also, our places of cultural tourism in the future. What we know is connection to our properties, to our land, to our culture is healing for our people.
USM students and faculty were also present at the event. Tracy Michaud says it was a great learning experience for her students.
How to respect Indigenous cultures, how do we communicate that and make those connections, but a personal life-changing experience for every single one of them.
Following a ceremony and tour at the Health and Wellness Center, visitors were invited to the gathering place where they enjoyed presentations, lunch, and a tour of the Medicine Plant Walking Trail.
So that's what this is all about. Indigenous people from all over this continent and others to come together and ask the question, how do we heal? How do we thrive? And how do we think about sharing our culture and what heals us with others?
Reporting from Millinocket, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
All right, and it was a very nice warm day out there today. What's to come? We'll take a look at our first forecast now with Chase Robanak.
Thank you, Peter. Your first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners. Saliba's Rug Cleaners has been Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for nearly 70 years. All right, so as we take a look at the temperatures out there today, we see Bangor sitting at 76 degrees. Looks like a beautiful day to be outside. By the coast, a little chillier, 72, but still gorgeous weather. And then Rockland sitting at 70 degrees. So the weather has cooled down a bit from the previous days, and it's pretty nice out there today. But we do have some thunderstorms rolling in. We can see a cold front is bringing some showers and thunderstorms from the west right now, and it's going to move into our area, but nothing is going to be too severe with those. So as we look into the overnight planner for tonight, we're sitting in the mid-60s, as we can see, with those showers rolling in around midnight, and then it will clear out throughout the rest of the night, and then skies will become partly cloudy in the morning with a low of 61. Peter?
All right, thanks for that, Chase. And still to come on ABC7 News at 6, the Colonial Theater in Belfast is looking to pass the reins on to new owners. And 2 United Technology Center students bring home the gold for Maine. We'll explain with those stories and much more after this short break.
Inflation, a broken supply chain, and high gas prices. Mainers everywhere are facing tough decisions about rising costs. Growing up as part of a small family business in Leeds, I learned what a struggling economy does to small businesses, jobs, and to working class people. And serving as a Marine in Afghanistan and Iraq taught me to stand strong for what's right in the face of adversity. I'm Jared Golden, and that's why in Congress, I'm an independent voice for you, taking on my own party to stand up for Maine families. I was the only Democrat to vote against trillions of dollars of President Biden's agenda because I knew it would make inflation worse. I've stood with law enforcement against defunding the police. I support cutting the gas tax and increasing domestic oil production. I'm working to lower prescription drug costs and standing firm against any cuts to Social Security and Medicare. I'll always be an independent fighter for you. I'm Jared Golden, And this is my family. I approve this message because when it comes to doing what's right for your family, I'll never back down.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
We're here today to set the record straight about Dupuytren's contracture. Surgery is not your only treatment option. People may think their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
Savings just got even better on your favorite designer brands at the Label Shopper Summer Madness Sale. Take an extra 50% off summer fashion. Stop in today at the Summer Madness Sale. Label Shopper, great clothes, great prices.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Welcome back. A historic Belfast landmark will be closing next month. On September 19th, the Colonial Theatre in Belfast will close its doors unless it can find a new owner. The current owners, Mike Hurley and his wife, Therese Bagnardi, purchased the theatre back in 1995 and have since operated the business together. But now that the couple have grown older, they say they believe it's time to pass the historic site on to its next owner. Despite the sad news, Hurley is confident the theater will draw interest from potential buyers.
So this is just another page in the Colonial's book. You know, we could have kept running it, but we decided this would up the ante for people who are thinking about it. This becomes their time to act.
Owners are planning one more celebration before the theater goes dark, which includes showing 10 days of free movies starting on September 9th. Two United Technology Center students brought home the gold for Maine. Our Devin Dagnalt has more.
Josh Gates and Keegan Nilsson represented United Technology Center in Bangor and Maine at Skills USA. It's a national trades competition that challenges students in hundreds of trades. Josh and Keegan not only placed in the 3D visualization and animation competition, but won first place, making them the first students ever from the school to do so in the animation competition.
When I heard that they won, I was like, wait, what? And it took me about 30 seconds to process, and I'm like, okay, so this is really happening. I knew that they did very well just seeing their end product, and it was just a matter of what they got.
Josh and Keegan say they have no signs of slowing down after their victory.
The duo plans on attending college in the fall to pursue careers in 3D art and animation and game art, respectively.
I wouldn't say lucky, but definitely better off than some others when we know what we need to do, what we want to do, and more or less how to get there.
Like, we did so well is because, both of us were passionate about this beforehand. Mm-hmm. Both of us went into this year knowing this is what we wanted to do going out of school. Mm-hmm. So I think that was a big reason about how we made it to Skills in the first place.
In Bangor, Devin Dagnalt, ABC 7, Fox 22.
All right, so some really young, talented people there. Great to see them rewarded for their hard work. And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, how Handin is getting ready for its 41st annual Children's Day. And in sports, the White Mambo is back in Maine this week, hosting some youth basketball camps. We'll hear from Brian Scalabrini and more right after the break.
When I married my late husband, who was a widower, I took on his beautiful daughters as my own. The chaos of raising 5 girls while working full-time didn't exactly prepare me to govern during turbulent times, but it helped. I learned to listen and work together because no one has a monopoly on solutions in a family or in a state. That's why we brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together to move Maine forward. Girls, some things just don't change.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in. Thank you for staying with us. We will start tonight on the Diamond. Bangor Little League is on the verge of booking a trip to Williamsport. They are one win away from the Little League World Series. Dave Peck is live at Heroes for a watch party. Dave, what's going on over there?
Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, I know Pitbull is in town tonight, but this is the biggest show right now in Bangor. I mean, I walked into Heroes, and this place is packed. Every hit, every stolen base, every close play, it is pure electricity. People coming from Bangor and beyond. I was talking to somebody at the bar from Bucksport. The energy is potent. Right now, the score is not favoring Bangor, though. It is 5-0 Massachusetts in the fourth, but Bangor is threatening here. They got 2 runners on, and Massachusetts is talking things over. They were able to score 1 in the first. They scored 3 in the third and 1 more in the fourth. So there's still a couple innings, and anything can happen. As you hear some noise behind me, anything can happen in Little League. It takes 1 throw, it takes 1 play, it takes 1 shift of momentum, and that's what Bangor is looking for here as they look to come back and punch their ticket to Williamsport. We will have full coverage and highlights later tonight. For now, that sounds like another good sign for Bangor. I'm going to enjoy the place. I'm going to enjoy the atmosphere. We'll have full coverage tonight. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Dave. Don't be afraid to bring some wings back. Like he said, we will have full highlights of that game later tonight. For now, let's talk some basketball. We have seen a number of local players join Maine women's basketball in this past year alone. And as of Thursday, one of Bangor's best will join the club. Bangor's rising senior Emmy Streams has committed to Orono, according to her post on social media. She will join the Black Bears as a preferred walk-on with an opportunity to earn a scholarship the following year. According to sources, Streams will join Lexi Middlestat, Sarah Talon, and J.C. Christopher as the Maine high school hoopers on Amy Vachon's roster. With basketball this week, players around the state got the experience of a lifetime learning from former pro Brian Scalabrine, and we got the chance to chat with Scal about what it all means to him.
Scal, I mean, that's deep. That was deep. Scal open and takes it. Got it. Under Scal. Another one. Yeah!
Maine is my favorite state for 3 months a year.
Hoopers from around Maine this past week got to learn firsthand from an NBA champion.
It's just like a surreal opportunity to learn from the best who've got to the level that you couldn't even dream of getting to.
Brian Scalabrine, who played for the Celtics' 2007 championship team, held camps in Vesey, Ellsworth, and Standish, giving kids from all over the state the White Mamba experience.
Here we go. Anytime I get a chance to spread, the same message that the coaches have taught me growing up about hard work, taking every possession like it matters. I want to pass that on. Maybe it affects 1 kid, 10 kids, 100 kids.
And even if he can just make them a little bit better, it's those small things that can give them the edge out on the court.
I'm trying to make them just 1% better on something like this. Give them a tip here, give them a tip there. Teach them how to train a little bit different and just understand my perspective.
He thinks of stuff that we wouldn't even think about thinking of because he's played at such a high level, things like breathing or like your posture, things like that.
While in Maine, Scal got the chance to work with some of the guys from Maine United, coming off of their impressive showing at Peach Jam. And that includes Cooper Flagg, who Scal has been raving about ever since he met him and invited him down to Boston for a pickup game last year.
His feel for the game is elite for an NBA level. Feel is something that's really hard to teach. And he came into our pickup games in Boston, and he dominated. And that's hard at the time he was 14 years old. It's not an easy thing for a kid to do.
Overall, for everyone at the camps this week, getting to have a former pro up in their neck of the woods really meant a lot.
It's a real experience. I think him coming says a lot about himself and his character, coming up to Bangor, Maine, and helping us out.
I'm Tyler Cruz with ABC7 Fox 22 Sports. That was a fun story. Great to talk to Scal. Always great to kind of watch a pro run their own practice and kind of learn how they learned. Really interesting day over there. And finally, it has been a lengthy road to recovery since Patriots running back James White suffered hip injury last season, but after working all year to get back on the field, Sweet Feet is calling it a career. White took to social media Thursday morning, thanking the entire organization, Patriots fans, and the New England region as a whole for their support over his 8-year career. The 3-time Super Bowl champ will go down as one of the most likable players in recent memory, and of course, will be forever tied to the greatest comeback in NFL history, scoring 3 touchdowns, including the game winner in Super Bowl 51, the only walk-off touchdown in Super Bowl history. The trusty third down back finishes his career with 25 touchdowns and just over 3,000 all-purpose yards. Definitely one of my favorite Patriots to watch over this past decade. Really thankful for what he did on the field for Patriots fans and, like he said, New England as a whole. Alrighty, that is sports. Here's Chase Ropanak with your full 5-day forecast. Chase?
Thank you, Tyler. So for your Maine weather today, we can see that the temperatures are on a little bit of the cooler end since the temperatures have been this past week. We can see right now Bangor is sitting at 76 degrees. It's a beautiful day out there today. Also a beautiful day by the coast, 72 in Bar Harbor and 70 in Rockland. So those temperatures have dropped, but the weather is gorgeous. But the sun is still beaming down, so with that, today's UV forecast shows a high of 8, which means that the burn time is going to be 20 minutes, so make sure you have your hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and find some shady areas out there. But still spend some time out in the outdoors. Don't let the sun stop you today. It's a beautiful day out there. So looking at the temperature trend coming up for this week, we can see right now we're sitting in the mid to upper 70s, and then by Friday we're going to hit 80 degrees, and it's going to stay around our average high, around 80 degrees throughout the rest of the week. So we're going to see a lot of beautiful weather coming up. And then looking at the humidity with these temperatures, we can see we're going to drop down to the comfortable region. We're going to see dew points mostly in the 50s to mid 50s. And then, today we're sitting in the muggy region, just above 60, but it's going to drop going into tonight. So it looks like the humidity is going to be on the lower end for the rest of the week, which we all like. So looking at the radar from afar, we can see we have a low pressure system right above us, rotating counterclockwise. It's bringing this front right here with some small showers and thunderstorms coming our way. So taking a closer look, we can see that front moving into our area. It looks like it's going to move in by the evening hours by Bangor. This front isn't going to last long, and it's not going to be very strong. So it's just going to bring some gusty winds and maybe some heavy rain with these storms. So looking into the future as those showers and thunderstorms pass out tonight, we're going to see it's going to clear out, get some increased cloud cover, and then by Saturday it will be pretty clear. And then, looks like you see all this rain on the radar, but really that's just virga, maybe some drizzle up to our, northeast by us. So it looks like it's going to be a mostly clear night Saturday. So going into the wind speeds, we can see we have some breezy winds right now by the south, just 8 miles per hour coming from the southwest. Bangor's got 10-mile-per-hour winds coming up from the south. North of Bangor seems to have some pretty calm winds, so nothing severe to worry about wind-wise. So looking into tonight's forecast for you guys, the low will be a little chilly, 60 degrees. We'll have those few thunderstorms rolling in, but nothing too severe again with those. We'll have areas of fog and then some breezy winds from the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking into tomorrow's forecast, we do have a high of 80 degrees. It'll be a beautiful day with mostly sunny skies and a north wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then looking into the extended forecast for you guys, Friday and Saturday are going to be gorgeous outside with highs in the near 80 with mostly sunny skies. Sunday we do have that slight rain chance coming in with the high again near 80. And then Monday will be mostly sunny with the high slightly increasing around 81. Tuesday does bring some showers, dropping that high down to 79, but all those temperatures will just be around the same, near our average high. Peter?
Alrighty, Chase, thanks so much. And a good reminder there to keep that sunscreen handy over the weekend. Still more stories to come right after the break, so stay with us.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
If you have advanced non-small cell lung cancer, your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Together, Opdivo plus Yervoy helps your immune system launch a response that fights cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more time together, more family time, more time to remember. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about the combination of 2 immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
Tonight, former President Trump's long list of legal battles, plus the monkeypox outbreak. Just how bad is it getting? More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on all of television.
Welcome back, everyone. Some blueberry farmers are reporting negative effects from drought in the state. Farmer Doug Latham says his farm is expecting a lower haul of blueberries this season, and the blueberries they're getting are smaller in size.
On the even year, which is what this is, our fields generate roughly 45 to 50,000 pounds. This year, they're raking, when we finish, we'll probably have raked 25,000 pounds. We contribute that mainly to the drought.
Latham says an inch of rain every week until harvest is the ideal scenario for a pollinated blueberry crop. And finally tonight, Hamden is getting ready for its 41st annual Children's Day. After a 2-year hiatus, Children's Day is coming back bigger than ever. The day will be filled with a variety of activities ranging from pony rides and a parade to an airsoft shooting range. The event will be held at George B. Weatherby School, and it's open to everyone, with or without children looking for some free family fun.
Right now, especially with recovering from COVID, in the hopes that, we can continue back to what is the new normal, this event is what brings us together. It shows that we can still get out there, we can still be active, and it makes the community, especially with our local sponsors that came in, it makes us feel like we are one big family again.
The event is still looking for volunteers. If you're interested in volunteering, you can message the Hamden Children's Day Facebook page for more information. Sounds like a great opportunity there to get involved, and great to see the return of an event like that too. All right, well, that does it for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you right back here later on at 11 after the game.